What's up guys, Mr. Fly here. I'm just going to make a quick video just before we begin. If I do curse in this, or I do get a little bit heated and a little bit passionate, bear with me, and I excuse any cursing that may come in the following video. I'm sure by now all of you guys have seen the McGregor fight, which he lost, unfortunately. Yeah, he did. Like he came up 2 weight classes. Like, man, that's a serious. He has serious bottle. He talks some shit, but man, he just takes risks. He's one of those guys that obviously he took, as he says, he took a risk and it didn't pay off. But something sprung to mind with social media and social media kind of going crazy over the whole McGregor thing, and it was a phrase that one of my clients actually said to me during the week, and it was called spotting the dot, or only seeing the dot. And it's something that kind of popped into my head in regards to my clients and what I see on social media, just kind of across fitness in general and across something that's quite applicable to everybody. Conor McGregor obviously lost a fight, yes, but does everybody see the amazing things that he has done for his country, number one, for the sport of UFC, number two, and especially for, I suppose, the mixed martial art community in Ireland and across the world? He's done some serious things, and that's not, I suppose, taking into account the amount of fans he's come into contact with. He's done loads of charity work and all of that type of stuff, but people just see that one thing that he fucked up on, which is a fight that he took which was 2 weight classes above what he actually normally fights at. So that to me was quite crazy, and it kind of resonated across some of the client work that I do and some of what my clients kind of say, and I suppose the seeing the dot, or seeing the dot thing that my client was talking to me during the week. So what I'm going to show you is, have a look at this. So tell me, what do you see? You see a red dot, right? But the red dot, but there's a perfectly white page, absolutely perfectly white page. So the seeing the dot thing in regards to fitness and in health and diet and nutrition and all that sort of stuff is, we tend to only see the things that we fuck up on. We don't tend to look at all of the positive things that we've done right, which is quite terrible. It's quite shit in a way. Whereas we should be giving ourselves a pat on the back. We should be commending ourselves for the things that we did get right, rather than the one minuscule thing that we may have fucked up on or messed up on during the week. A lot of the stuff, or a lot of the emails and messages that I get from people or clients or potential clients is, oh, I fell off the bandwagon and I just never got back into it, or oh, I messed up on my diet on Tuesday and I don't want to start again until next Monday, so I just went crazy. Like, I've done it before, I've been there, and it's a horrible place to be in. It's a horrible cycle to be in. So, like, spotting the dot in nutrition can be just letting something go. If you muck up during the week, it's fine, it's cool. Let it go and just move on from it. If you mess up with your training, if you miss one day, let it go. That's cool. That day is done and dusted. Go again tomorrow, and if you can't get in tomorrow, get in the next day. It doesn't have to be this perfect situation, the perfect timing, the perfect nutrition plan, the perfect protocol. It doesn't have to be, all the planets aligned for you to get into fitness or health or training. All it takes is for you to just go, do you know what, I missed a day or two, so what, I'll get back into it. Or, oh man, I went off course with my nutrition plan last night, so fucking what? Do you know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, like, it's not a massive deal. It's a massive deal in here, yeah, I get that, because I've been in that shitty position before whereby I beat myself up and I'm sitting there going, man, what the hell did I eat that for? Why did I do that? Why didn't I hit the gym? Why didn't I do an extra 10 minutes cardio? Why didn't I do an extra few reps? But in the grand scheme of things, like, it makes very little difference if you're going to beat yourself up about it and, put yourself down for something that you didn't do when you could just, carry on and just get it done the next day. One example sprung to mind, and it was with one of my new clients, and she was saying to me this week she had kind of her first win, and she was, she got her nutrition right, she was on point with macros, she was, she was crushing her training. She woke up fresh on a Saturday morning where she would have had, like, a couple of glasses of wine on a Friday night. She woke up fresh on a Saturday morning and was able to, get out and do her things and get to the gym early and get all of that stuff out of the way. when she weighed in and we took all her measurements and we took her, you know, her progress photos and all of that type of stuff, she really didn't budge in weight that much, but her circumference measurements went down. She was feeling better in her clothes, she was feeling fresher, she was feeling fitter, she was feeling better overall. But the one thing that killed her and the one thing that stuck out for her was that the scales didn't change. And that is a mad way to think. She was training right by my program. She was kind of doing everything, but she was doing everything right. And consistency is the key, and not focusing on one menial thing that, you know, you were expecting to go right and it didn't go your way on the day. That's okay. When you step on the scales, it doesn't have to be a pass or a fail. It can be just a building block or a stepping stone to next week and finding out where you're going to be next week. Like, remember, seeing the dot on a perfectly white page. If that's all you see when you're, you know, you're training, your nutrition, like your headspace is all on point, you know, everything's going right, but that one thing that goes wrong, it's crazy. It's a crazy way to look at things. Rather than focusing on the negative, look at all of the positives that you've done regarding your training, your nutrition, like your habits. Like, if your thing was going out and lash Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you cut that down to, you know, Friday or a Saturday night and just go out on one night a week instead of 3, like, that's an amazing achievement. Like, you're cutting down on something that you used to, you know, habitually do. If you like took a cheat weekend, or you know, you trained hard all weekend but you were undoing it all on the weekend, right? Like, by, you know, starting on a Friday and finishing on Sunday night, like, and just going feast or famine, absolutely going crazy on calories and food and going mental all over the place with food and eating what you want and eating crap pretty much for the entire weekend and undoing all your hard work, rather than, you know, just pulling it back to maybe, you know, one meal, or taking your other half out for a nice meal, or any of those types of things, or just, you know, cutting it down, going from 15 pints to 10 pints, or 10 pints to 5 pints, or 5 glasses of wine to 3 glasses of wine. It is all progress. It's all breaking those little habits that we have built up over years and years and years that we find it quite tough to change. The last little thing that I want to say to you guys is, don't always see the dot. Don't beat yourself up about something that is very menial, that is, you know, so insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and is so insignificant in the huge plan of everything. If you do stray from training, or if you do miss a day or two, don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back into it when you want. Get into it when you, like, you know, the next day. If you stop on a Tuesday, don't say, oh, I'll wait until next Monday. Just get into it like on Thursday or Friday. There's no Bible saying that you have to, you know, this is Monday and you gotta start training on a Monday. Whenever you feel like getting back into it, just go for it. Don't be afraid to just go, do you know what, I fucked up and I'm just gonna get back into it, so what? Like, that is totally cool. If your nutrition plan goes off, you know, the example I always give to my clients is, if you let your iPhone drop and there was a little crack in the screen, you wouldn't just go, oh, do you know what, that's fucked, so I might as well stand in it and finish it off. Like, you pick it up and you keep using it, right? If there was a tiny little crack in the screen, you wouldn't just finish the phone off by hammering the shit out of it on the ground. So why do that to your diet? Why do that to your lifestyle? Another example, eating a biscuit or picking up a biscuit if you feel like you want one. And then you go, oh man, I'm after making balls in my diet. And then you go, fuck it, I'm gonna order a large pizza. So what messed up the diet? The biscuit that sent you, you know, 50 calories over your calories for the day, or the large pizza that you're just after going crazy on? So perspective is the key, and consistency, keeping on point, and looking at the great things and the good things that you do, rather than seeing the dot and looking at all the shitty things or the little menial crap things that don't really matter. So remember, don't always see the dot. See all the great things that you've done, see all the habits that you're breaking, all the habits that you're making, and just stay positive. Stay positive about the whole process and trust the process. Consistency, time, and patience. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, or the little rant. I'll catch you guys soon. Have a good Sunday.